Hey guys, what is up? Today I'm going to be talking about changes. So, how many of you guys actually still have your old PlayStation 1s, GameCubes, and Xboxes? I still do. I have my original PlayStation 1. Never mind. Actually, I don't. I gave it away at a pool party. Why would I do that? I don't know, but I did. I do still have my original GameCube. It's actually hooked up to a 15-inch 4x3 box TV in my kitchen. I can remember back in Christmas when the DS, the original DS, not the slim or light or whatever, the big and fat one. I got it on Christmas. Me and my cousin had gotten it the same day, and he had come over, and we sat next to each other trying to connect wirelessly because we had about no understanding of wireless back then. We just basically shoved them next to each other and it worked. We tried to keep playing the game together as he drove down the street, and it dropped connection, and we were very disappointed because that wasn't true Wi-Fi. Back then we actually used to play Pokemon. We loved the game. We actually had gone to a McDonald's because they said they had free Wi-Fi, and we didn't, again, understand anything about Wi-Fi. We just wanted to connect to the internet so we could play with other people and trade Pokemons that we got through our, what was it called, a cheat card or something? You know, the thing that you plug into the game slot of the DS and you put the game into the extension. Okay guys, I have it right here. It's called a DS Action Replay. We use this thing so much when we actually use our DSs. I still have my DS sitting over there right now. That's where I found my game card thing. It was in my red container. So anyways, back to McDonald's. We got there after, the only reason we went to McDonald's was to get this Wi-Fi, and we got there and they had run out of paper slips that had the password on it, and we again were disappointed. So it wasn't until much, actually I don't think we ever did end up connecting to the internet on our DS's, but we didn't need to because we had fun playing them solo, and you know what, that was good enough for us at the time. And then the whole generation of multiplayer, you know, we needed to connect to the internet, otherwise you couldn't play the game, or at least a good part of the game. So how many of you guys actually still have a VHS player laying around? I know I do. My dad actually has it hooked up to his about 32-inch 4x3 box TV. It's in the living room. We had watched Good Morning Vietnam recently. It was a good movie, but you could definitely tell it's VHS quality, you know? That vintage look, that vintage sound, and it's so much different than DVDs nowadays. They're coming out with Blu-ray players and stuff, and it's just like insane how much we have improved over the last couple of years. You know, looking at games, I mean, we went from having like, you know, 4 pixels on the screen to having the Cry engine, the Frostbite engine, and the Fox engine. Nowadays they just look incredible. There's like about more than 4 pixels on the screen, and that's scary. Okay, change is scary, but you know, it's never as bad as it seems. Have you ever heard that Tupac song, Life Goes On? It's a good song. Go listen to it. Anyways, you have fears, okay? Some of my fears were, you know, doing YouTube. I was afraid that, like, no one would have anything positive to say, and they would all be, like, harsh hate. But the YouTube community actually can be supportive. I know a lot of people are not, but there are a lot of people that are, and it helps a lot of people get through and continue making videos. Like, some of my fears when I was growing up, I was terrified as dogs because every year I go up to Maine. It's a state in New England, if you don't know where it is. It's most northeast country, I think. Oh my god, I just called it a country. I'm so stupid, I'm sorry. But anyways, our family goes up to Maine every year, and my aunt had a huge golden retriever, and I was like 4 at the time. This dog was huge, and it barked at me, and I was so scared that like 3 years later I was still afraid of dogs. My other aunt, she lives more, you know, close to us, and she bought a little chihuahua. His name was Milo, and she brought it into our house, and I ran upstairs and hid in my room because I was so afraid of this dog. But I stopped being afraid. I overcame my fear, and yeah, I love dogs now. They are a man's best friend, aside from cats. Cats can also be man's best friend. And I was also afraid of those, because one time I got scratched by a cat when I was a kid, and I was afraid. And now I own 2 dogs and a cat. And, you know, that's what life is all about, is overcoming fears. And that's coming from the perspective of a 16-year-old. I have no idea really what life is. I have not even made it out of high school. I'm still living in my parents' house. I don't have a job yet. I don't have a license yet. I'm going to be. You know, I'm gonna be. It's all gonna happen soon, and it can be scary, but you know, you just gotta suck it up and get through it. So that was then. This is now. You know, all those sayings, let bygones be bygones. Do it. Don't hold grudges. It just it hampers everything. Okay, there's no point in holding grudges. Move on. You only get one shot at life. Don't mess it up. I mean, I cannot stress that enough. I know what I've learned. I know people, and they aren't too well off right now. So you know, you should think before you act. That is a motto to live by. While living in the moment is great, you know, you should definitely live in the moment, but you should also think about your future. And everyone has a future, and you just have to decide where you want to be in 20 years. If you want to have a job, a family, and a good life, you know. So now let's make this topic a little bit less suppressing. Let's get into this gameplay. Yeah, it is some crazy gameplay, isn't it? Yeah, totally. You know, I'm the best video gamer in this galaxy. The history of gamers on the line. This is on the line. This match is insane. It is down to the wire. I'm just kidding. DayZ gameplay can't be down to the wire. Stop talking about this depressing stuff. I know upcoming games like Borderlands 2 look awesome, and it is not Borderlands 2. I apologize for that. It's Borderlands, a pre-sequel, and you know, it's the pre-sequel, which means it's before 2 and after 1, and they had to make it confusing as they can to name a game, and it's just ridiculous. So what do you guys think of Advanced Warfare? I know in the last video I said I would buy it, but I don't know. It looks pretty cool, but will it just be the same old car garbage? Because, you know, the last few games have not been that great. I really like Black Ops 2. It was my favorite COD, aside from MW2. I like COD 4, but it was too basic. I started on MW2, so when I went back to COD 4, I did not find it the greatest game of all time because it was downset from MW2. I know in MW2 there were noob tubes and stuff, unbalanced, all this, but it was still a really good game. I enjoyed it. I have countless hours on it, like 200 plus, I think. I don't know. It's like the most time I've ever spent on a video game. Listen to me talking about Call of Duty on a DayZ video. I'm sorry. So what do you guys think about the future patches and updates for DayZ? What do you expect? What do you want? What do you think they're gonna do even if you don't want? Do you think they're gonna put cars in it? Do you want that or not? I don't know. I kinda personally do not, because it will change the whole landscape of the game. If like it takes about 30 minutes to run across like from town to town, depending on which route you take. With a car, it would just take a few seconds, and it would just completely change the game. It would no longer be slow paced. It will no longer be a running simulator. And do you really want that? Because I do not. I know that is my only source of running simulation in this entire like library of games I have. I have like 150 plus games in my library, and I have no other running simulator. So DayZ is my only outlet. I also could put in a nice quote there, but I decided to spare you guys because I didn't want to overload your brain with all these kind of crazy quotes from all these other people, and it's just too much. Okay, no more Tupac, no more Eminem, no more nothing. This is gaming. This is DayZ. This is what life is. This is what love is. This is DayZ. Go up to some gear guy on the train tracks, handcuff him while he's pantsless dancing with your friends on the train tracks because you are that kind of guy. Say you'll give him some free tuna and feed him disinfectant while he is screaming through his horrible $3 crackling mic from Walmart in horror. You look at him and say, put the lotion in the bucket. It puts the lotion on the skin. And that's when your friend decides to ask you a question. The disinfectant guy goes free and you end up dead on the ground. Your gear is getting looted by these two people. Why did they turn on you? Who knows? Maybe because they aren't as trustworthy as you thought, but as it turns out, they were actually just somehow in some kind of elaborate plot with him the entire time. You'll never speak to your friend again. That is when you began hunting them down with a Mosin on your back and nothing but jeans and a t-shirt, some bandages, and a flashlight, the most important thing in the game. You only have 5 rounds chambered. You will hit them. You have no emotions left for this hope. And I am not talking about a female. I am talking about the weapon on your back, which you use to knock out your friend, who is no longer your friend because they killed you. Now what I described makes much more interesting gameplay than what you are seeing right now, but this is all I can give you because I cannot find anybody. I am in the most dangerous city in this entire map. You could even look in the chat and it says Do not enter Baron Zeno unless you want to get shot at. In which case I do, because I am bored. I have nothing left. I swear characters are going to reset soon. So I am trying to get into some action with my fully geared character before it is too late. So right now I'm heading to Devil's Castle. After which I'm going to be heading to the airfield. And then hopefully I can finally get into some contact. I have been joining full servers and it has been yielding absolutely nothing. Also, I apologize because I have been under the weather lately. I have a cold and it is a terrible one. I have an awful cough. I had to edit out each time. I had to stop and cough. My nose is stuffy and I sound terrible right now. So I do again apologize so deeply because I am not bringing you A+ content that I want to and you deserve. Because we the people of the United Comments of YouTube deserve A+ content 24/7, 24/7, and that is emphasized because I stuttered and I wanted to cover it up. Also in the comments below, let me know which style you prefer. I can either go slow like in the beginning, you know, deep storytelling, or I could go like this, like choppy, fast, you know, go, 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 go. And that is what I've been doing this, like, for the last about 5 minutes. I don't know how long it's been, but it seems much longer than when I was doing the slow storytelling pace. And I have been doing this just about as much as I possibly can, as long as I can, and it has been a total of 11 minutes so far. This is a milestone in my YouTube history. Never before have I ever commented anything past 7 minutes, which was yesterday's video. So yes, I have beaten my life goal by completing a 11-minute video on YouTube. I could ask for absolutely nothing more except for you to hit that like button and or subscribe button, because you are a legend yourself. And I am not the only one completing a milestone here. You are completing a milestone by watching this entire video because you are enjoying it, right? Hopefully you are, because that's the only reason why you have stuck around this long. So after that entire boring, depressing section in the beginning, I have Googled on MSN. So I didn't really Google. I was just scrolling through the highlights on MSN. 15 ways that'll instantly cheer you up. 1 being snack on mixed nuts. And 2 being make plans for this weekend. 3 being, I'm going to skip a few because some of these just don't make sense. And number 5 is think of your favorite tune. Even though I don't really have a favorite because there are so many good songs out there, I just can't choose. Also, I think I'm going to be wrapping up this commentary because it is pushing 12 minutes and 30 seconds. And this is really outstanding, and I will be uploading maybe around 20-minute commentaries in the future. I hope so, maybe. And I will be the greatest of all time, and I will catch them all. Yeah, that's right, throwback to earlier. Anyways, this is Dylan, and I am out of here. Catch me next time on the next YouTube video that I post. So yeah, bye.